Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Lynette Breedlove, Director of the Carroll Martin Gatton Academy of Mathematics and Science in Kentucky, and I welcome you to our graduation exercises as we celebrate the growth and accomplishments of these exceptional students. To preserve the decorum of our ceremony, please be sure your cell phones are silenced. I invite you to rise and join Mrs. Beth Pope in the singing of our national anthem. Please be seated. On behalf of the administration of the Gatton Academy and Western Kentucky University, our faculty, staff, and these and present students gathered before us, I welcome all who have gathered here to pay tribute to the 2023 graduating class. I want to give special recognition to our quintet for the beautiful music they're providing this morning. Members include Natalie Adcock, Lee Blakeman, Sarah Herbert, David Humphreys, and Troy Stovall. I also want to recognize our American Sign Language interpreters who are helping today, Julie Beckham and Connie Wheeler. We have a photographer capturing important moments today, and the ceremony is streaming live to Gatton's YouTube channel. Both the photographs and the video of these proceedings will be available to Gatton students and families. Before we continue, I would like to acknowledge our presence on land that was home to the Salagweddi Nation, the Shawnee Nation, and the Yuchi tribe. Many of these peoples were forcibly removed from the land we now use to educate our students, and those who remain with the land have had to pass on their culture and language in secrecy. Much of the land we now occupy by Western Kentucky University was seized from Jonesville, an African-American community that thrived in the late 1880s until about 1965, when the land was sold to the university. At that time, many families were not fairly compensated and were uprooted and forced to start over as a result. In the pursuit of honoring diversity and equality as an educational institution, we hope that acknowledging these tragedies will help shape a future in which all people are treated with integrity and respect. Today is a day of celebration and reflection. These students have taken the most rigorous curriculum offered to any high school students in the nation. They left the comfort of their homes and established a level of independence that will impact their lives forever. And they have forged new friendships, which will grow exponentially in the years to come. These experiences have formed a foundation from which these exceptional young people can build lives of purpose, meaning, and service. As part of our celebration today, we would like to recognize different groups who have been instrumental in the lives of our graduates. And I ask that you hold your applause until all members of a specific group have been recognized. I'm going to begin by thanking local legislators. It's been through the support of these and numerous other members of the Kentucky General Assembly that this opportunity was made available to students. Their investment makes a difference in preparing students for advanced careers in the Commonwealth. At this time, I invite any legislators in attendance, in addition to Senator Givens, to please rise so that we may acknowledge you and thank you for your support. We also thank the Western Kentucky University administration, whose support has been vital to the success of the Gatton Academy. If you're an administrator of WKU, please rise. It's fitting that recognition be given to the individuals who've provided outstanding instruction and guidance for these graduates, both in the classroom and as mentors in research. Of the many things these students have pursued, research is of particular significance. WKU faculty have mentored these students as they explored a wide array of disciplines, including analytics and information systems, architectural science, biology, chemistry, civil engineering, computer science, economics, education, engineering and applied sciences, English, environmental science, exercise science, gender and women's studies, geology, management, mathematics, music, physical education, physics and astronomy, political science, psychology and psychological sciences, public health, and sociology and criminology. It's quite a list. These powerful learning environments have brought relevance to so many areas of advanced learning for our students. With the exceptional support of these incredible teachers and research mentors, the Gatton Academy thrives. So at this time, I ask all WKU faculty members to stand so we may recognize you and express our appreciation for what you have helped these students accomplish. Thank you so much for your support of our students. I would like to give special thanks to the WKU Van Meter team and the members of the Information Technology Services Department for their key support of this event as well. Members of the Gatton Academy staff are the next to be recognized. Dr. Julia Roberts, Executive Director of the Gatton Academy and Mahurin Professor of Gifted Studies, sends her welcome. She is in Jordan for a speaking event and is very sorry to miss congratulating the class of 2023 in person. The Gatton Academy staff give unselfishly of their time and talent to love, support, and guide our remarkable students. I would like to extend a special word of gratitude to our residential life staff. These individuals created a second home for our students. Their dedication and enthusiasm provide a warm, safe, productive environment in which our students develop important life skills. All Gatton staff, please rise so we may recognize you for your efforts to provide the best Gatton experience possible for our students. Now I'd like to recognize our alumni who have taken their Gatton Academy experiences to new levels. A number of our alumni have provided direct support to our graduates as desk workers, tutors, and even as RCs. With so many demands on their time, we are happy that some have been able to join us for today's festivities. Would our alumni who are here today please rise? I think this might be one of the largest groups of alumni we've had attend a graduation. Thank you all for being here. Alumni, thank you for your continued support of the Gatton community. At the conclusion of today's ceremony, Gatton will surpass 1,000 graduates. So today is history in the making in many ways. The Gatton Academy has partnered with approximately 200 public high schools from across the Commonwealth. Students are fortunate to have superintendents, administrators, counselors, and teachers from across Kentucky who strive to meet the needs of high ability and gifted and talented students. Students are prepared to take advantage of the opportunities offered by the Gatton Academy due to the foundation laid by these important educators. They have played key roles in the continued success of our students. We created the Gatton Academy Educator Recognition Program to highlight the important role educators play in our students having the opportunity to gain admissions to the program. Graduates were invited to recognize a Kentucky educator who played an important role in their journey to Gatton. In their nominations, graduates described dedicated, hardworking educators who took time to build relationships with them, helped them find their strengths and interests, and instilled in them the confidence needed to pursue advanced opportunities. All of the nominated educators will receive certificates of excellence. They were also invited to attend today's celebration to celebrate this important milestone in their students' lives. I'd like to ask any who were able to join us today to stand as I call their names. And I apologize in advance for any mispronunciations. So Amanda Abel with Caverna Independent, Natasha Averett with Boone County, Leanne Blair from Hardin County Schools, Maggie Boble from Fayette County, Rita Crone-Hines from Jefferson County, James Davis from Warren County, Julie Duff of Harrison County, Stacy French of Grayson County, Tracy Gillick of Hardin County, Ashley Grace, of Christian County, Leah Graham from Berea Independent, Allison Gregory of Graves County, Laura Hackney of Ashland Independent, Christy Haltman of Carlisle County, Francis Harris of Laurel County, Roger Hurst from Harrison County, Tiffany Hines from Livingston County, Kim Kyle of Scott County, Matt Ledford of Jessamine County, Jonathan Lohr from Davis County, Rose Nash from Spencer County, Michael Nevitt of Hancock County, Amar Patel from Warren County, Stella Pollard from Franklin County, Brian Ray of Jefferson County, Lori Ann Redmond from Owensboro Catholic High School, Pablo Sanchez of Christian County, John Somerville of Graves County, Renee Watkins from Warren County, Julie Webb of Shelby County, and Rhonda Wicker of Callaway County. There are also other dedicated educators who traveled here in support of their students. You too have been important in our students' journey. If you're a teacher, a counselor, or administrator from a sending institution, would you please rise? Next, I want to recognize the people who helped these students seize an opportunity that required substantial thought and sacrifice. They stepped out on faith in the knowledge that this opportunity would be the right place for their students to learn and grow. 2 years ago, they were the ones who carried boxes and dorm-sized refrigerators into Florence Schneider Hall, leaving behind their 14, 15, and 16-year-olds, trusting their children and trusting the Gatton Academy. Throughout the past 2 years, they've supported and encouraged their students. They've been advocates for the Gatton Academy, and we owe much of the success that is ahead to their aid and their support. Parents, when you think back to move-in day, isn't it impressive how much these graduates have grown in only 2 years? I invite all parents and guardians of today's graduates to please stand and remain standing. Would all grandparents of today's graduates please join the parents and stand? And finally, would all other relatives and friends of today's graduates please stand? Thank you all for supporting these remarkable young people throughout their Gatton Academy experience. In 1997, the idea for a Kentucky program with a focus on mathematics and science was but a dream. Dr. Charles Magruder and Dr. Julia Roberts wrote a small proposal to spark thinking about such a program. Of course, a statewide residential high school program with a focus on mathematics and science, supported by the state budget, was not a new idea. In fact, North Carolina School of Science and Mathematics began in 1980. A decade of advanced planning and advocacy preceded the first students arriving at the Gatton Academy of Mathematics and Science in 2007. The story continues with you, the 2023 graduates of the Gatton Academy. Please remember that without the interest and ongoing support of members of the Kentucky General Assembly, as well as philanthropically minded donors, the Gatton Academy would not exist. With the support from these varied sources, The Gatton Academy has been the beacon of excellence that Dr. Roberts and Dr. Magruder hoped and planned for when the concept was just an idea back in the late 1990s. In this, our 16th year, the students of the Gatton Academy have built upon that initial foundation and have excelled in their endeavors, both in and out of the classroom. This morning, we honor 90 graduating seniors as part of the Gatton Academy's class of 2023. They have continued to establish the path that countless classes will follow. They will leave today as ambassadors for the Gatton Academy while growing as innovators for this great Commonwealth. Each year, the senior class selects students to share reflections from their experiences and to look ahead towards the coming year. Our first speaker is Dana Lay, a graduating senior from here in Bowling Green. Dana pursued medical humanities research with Dr. Stickle of WKU's English department, studying the effects of loneliness on dementia in the elderly. In keeping with her English interest, Dana participated in the Harlexton program, Gatton's first return to England since the pandemic. Dana also served as a Gatton Academy community developer. Please welcome Dana to the podium.
Sorry. Struggle with this, sorry. So I was never actually set on STEM. I'm actually not sure why I decided to go to Gatton. 2 years ago, it felt like I was looking over the edge of a cliff and I didn't think I wanted to go to Gatton because I was scared of making that jump. But I did it anyways. I literally took that leap of faith and I dove straight into what I thought would be shark-infested waters. However, it turned out to be a lot nicer. Sure, it was shockingly cold, but it wasn't unbearable and I could get used to it. And over time, I did. I am a part of First Force South, or I was a part of First Force South. We're situated in the basement of Gatton's building, and like the only way you can get in or out is either through the fire exit stairwell or through the offices. So we're kind of a secluded group, which is how cults kind of start, right? Yeah, you take like a group of like-minded people and you isolate them from the rest of the world. They start doing weird things. But that's just the start of it. Picture this. Somebody on floor brings back a poster from a random record store. It is none other than the American singer-songwriter, actress, philanthropist, businesswoman, girl boss, Dolly Parton. A weird little phenomenon started happening. We started collecting things for her. You see something shiny on the ground, pick it up and put it by her poster. You received a funny little note or a thank you note from somebody, it's not for you anymore, it's for Dolly. If we were a cult, then Dolly Parton was our matron. I couldn't even make a speech without talking about her. So there was always something happening around Gatton, whether that be on floor or off floor, failed Waffle House trips, thrifting at St. Teresa's, playing cards in the colonnades, or even just late night conversations. To me, Gatton was more than just a place where you studied and did a bunch of work. I can't speak for everyone, as we all have had unique experiences, but Gatton was the epitome of chaos for me, in a good way. Every day was something new, whether that be rescuing a fish from a biology lab and only being able to keep it alive for 2 hours and 45 minutes, poor fish, or staying up until 5 a.m. trying to finish a CPS project with my group. I can't say that I enjoyed being thrown into the chaos most of the time. I mean, sometimes, but most of the time I did enjoy it. I'd like to think I made the most of every opportunity given to me. 2 years seems like a really long time, but it didn't feel like it. I had so many amazing experiences that shaped who I am today. Sure, I will miss not having to pay tuition, having a set meal plan, having sweets instead of a community bathroom. But I think what I'll miss most will be the people and the memories that I have made with them. No matter where each of us may end up, I know that we have done so much to get where we are now. Know that even if it feels like we have known each other for a split second, we have been a part of each other's lives. And sometimes that's enough. I want to hold on to the hope that a lot of us will continue to connect, but I understand that isn't the case most of the time. You all should be so proud of what you have accomplished and done. Class of 2023, I am honored that I was chosen to speak for you guys today. As many of us have heard over and over again, Gatton is a place of infinite possibilities, and sometimes Beth likes to add, but finite resources. But I think the best possibility was the possibility of meeting all of you guys and to grow and learn with you. So thank you to everyone whom I have met along the way. You have helped me make who I am today. Thank you to the best floor in the building, first floor South, and Lila. I feel like I've gained 20 new siblings, both in the good and bad way. You guys have helped me find who I am whenever I felt lost, and I hope that I was able to express how much I appreciate and love each and every single one of you. Thank you to my peers at Gatton, not just my fellow graduates, but the seniors before me, as well as the current juniors who are the future of Gatton. While we are here today, please remember to look around and hold on to each other. There are very few things that we as individuals can control, but we can control our actions and what we do now. As many regrets as we do or don't have, it's too late for us to change that now. We have to continue looking towards the future because we have the ability to make that future ours. I know that is a lot easier said than done, and we can even mourn the time that has been lost to the world. But today, we are here to celebrate what we have ahead of us. We've made it.
Dana, thank you for reminding us that now is important and hanging on to those relationships is really key, and we have the power to do that. And thanks for sharing a little glimpse into First Floor South's love of Dolly. Our second speaker, Femi Obeladon, is graduating senior from Frankfurt. During his time at Gatton, Femi made a point to get to know every staff member, desk worker, grade hall worker, and tutor. Femi pursued research with Dr. Magruder of WKU's Physics and Astronomy Department, studying observed and theoretical properties of Sagittarius A, a black hole in the center of our galaxy. He also participated in the Harlech STEM program and served as a Gatton Academy avatar. Please welcome Femi to the podium.
One thing people know about me is that I know everyone. Obviously, this is an exaggeration, but there are definitely times when I see why people think this. The times when my so-called friends leave me because I've started to talk to a seemingly random person stick out in particular. Believe it or not, I do have a reason for getting to know all these people. I firmly believe that our successes can be partially attributed to the contributions others have made in our lives. This especially applies to our time again. So I'd like to shout out Dr. Jay and Lynette, as well as all of our assistant directors, RCs, desk workers, tutors, teaching assistants, learning assistants, professors, and parents. I think I speak for all of us when I say, without some combination of you guys, none of us would be here today. Congratulations, class of 2023. It feels like just yesterday when most of you thought I was Kenyan, Neil hadn't beat the Native American allegations. We believed everything Jordan said was true. And there was an entire line of guys waiting to get a certain dirty blonde snap. Yet, here we sit as graduates. We've come so far. I'm gonna be honest, there are a lot of people who didn't think we'd make it. I still remember our seniors telling me about their bets on who was going to drop out. Joke's on them, we have the highest retention rate in the last 4 years. So be proud of making it this far. When people ask me about Gatton, my first thoughts are never about the building or the academics. After all, there are times when it seems like this building is falling apart. Just ask 4th floor South. And we've never been the most enthusiastic about going to class. Just ask 2nd floor North. So what does this place mean to me? To me, the Gatton Academy of Mathematics and Science is not a school. It's a group of people. It's you guys, my classmates. Over the past 2 years, it's been an experience getting to know and be friends with all of you. And while you can be annoying and rude and loud and weird and complain way too much about the laundry room, I'm truly grateful for all the memories. As some of you may know, since my first day at Gatton on August 10th, 2021, I've been recording a 1-second video every day. I take this project pretty seriously. Like there are times where I'll only participate in something because I think it would make a good second for that day. Side note, you can see the whole compilation on my Instagram, femi.je, which all of you should totally follow. But in all seriousness, this project is my magnum opus. It's my 2014 Forest Hills Drive, my Pulp Fiction, my Dolly Parton Shrine, my 2016 NBA Finals. While you can never sum up 2 years worth of memories and emotions within 10 minutes, when I go through the videos, I'm always taken aback. It really puts in perspective how much the time I've spent with you guys means to me. So thank you for GAT Camp, for Grow Week, for preview days, for the compliment sandwiches, for Grand Theft CVS, for Sponge Wars, even though they're rigged, for all the grilling, for the cookout runs, for the adventures in FAC and the academic complex, for point and shoot, shout out Pranav, for March Madness, for movie nights, for every redacted comment and common room secret, for the slap heard round the world, for the holes in the walls. I promise, Fortnite is never that deep. For Friday night soccer and Thursday night volleyball, for the Jackbox games, for the poker nights, for Tai Tai, Anna's, Indie Oven, Zogum, and Mellow Mushroom, for the cheerleading stunts, for the Great Hall, for the promposals, we can all agree mine was the best, for Wingsgiving, for Ice Cream with Conti, for the Smash tournaments, for all the intramurals, for DJ Diesel, for Natu Nantu, Naman, you killed it for real, for the 1v1s, dunks, and backflips, for the late night convos and debates, for everything Beth doesn't know about, for the laughs, daps, hugs, and roasts. Thank you for everything. The truth of the matter is, there are some people in this class who you will never see again. I'm not gonna sit here and act like that's some shocking revelation or heartbreaking news. Honestly, it feels like most of us are going to U of L anyways. What I do want you to realize and appreciate is the community we are all a part of. For the past 2 years, we've really gone through it together, but for better or for worse, we've gone through it together. Many of us have celebrated you at your best and helped you at your worst. We've been each other's lab partners, significant others, peer tutors, room/suite mates, etc. And soon we'll be leaving it all behind to pursue greater things. And realistically, not all of us are going to win a Nobel Prize or do something crazy like that. In fact, one of us could end up being the regional manager of some McDonald's. Not that there's anything wrong with that. However, I know each of us has the potential to do some big things. Why do you think I learned and remembered everyone's names? It's not just because I'm grateful for your impact or because of the memories we made. It's because I see value in each of you and have plans to be bragging on and or mooching on you in the future. So please don't let me down. Now I guess it's time for me to try my best and inspire you. One of the biggest lessons I learned while at Gatton was to live with mistakes, not regrets. Because mistakes are failures learned from, while regrets are failures you can't let go. At Gatton, I failed time after time after time. But if I held on to every time Kenyon broke my ankles, Dr. Novikov yelled at me, or I got a null pointer exception, I could never have improved. One day in the distant future, I'm gonna randomly run into one of you guys. Hopefully we can stop and get a bite to eat. And to pay you back for all the extra meal swipes, it'll be my treat. Thank you, class of 2023. It's been quite the ride.
Thank you, Femi, for reminding us of all the people that have been involved in student success and that our failures are what help make us stronger and help us grow. So moving to our invited commencement speaker today, Senator David Givens, the President pro tempore of the Kentucky Senate, is our invited speaker. Senator Givens has a background in cattle ranching and manages Central Farmers Supply, his family's farm store in Greene County. Since his election in 2009, he's been a supporter of the Gatton Academy. We're grateful for his help in ensuring we have the appropriation needed to continue serving students from across the Commonwealth. His guidance and counsel are important to Gatton's long-term success. We are also most grateful that he trusted us to be the right fit for his son, Michael, a Gatton Academy 2020 graduate. So please welcome Senator Givens to the podium. Thank you.
So Gatton Academy of Mathematics and Sciences. It seems fitting that a commencement address to graduates from this institution should begin with a math problem. And note, I did not say a CPS problem. Suppose we have 400 people in attendance here today. If I speak for 10 minutes, that equates to 4,000 lived minutes. 4,000 lived minutes represents 66 hours. 66 hours of lived time will be spent in the next 10 minutes in this room. So I'm asking you to help me make this a memorable experience. Two primary goals I'm going to share with you at the start of my remarks. I'm hopeful that my words truly reflect how excited I am about the bright future for each of you. In addition, I hope that you take from this moment together something that's memorable and positive. I've titled my remarks, 3 charges and 1 plea. 3 charges and 1 plea. The first charge I'm going to give to you of the 3, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Adulting is the phrase I use with my children. You're standing on the cusp of adulting if you're not already there in some ways. And let's not kid ourselves. Gatton has given you the opportunity that very few others have to live independently, to enjoy the freedoms and the responsibilities far before a lot of your sending school classmates got to taste those freedoms and responsibilities. My children, I have 5 between the ages of 20 and 26, often looked forward to the freedom of making their own decisions, earning their own spending money, determining how to spend their own schedule, setting their own schedules. What they discovered and are still discovering is it's sometimes overrated. The adulting thing wears on you. That's why this first charge is to take care of yourself. The author, Donna Tartt, who wrote The Goldfinch, quoted a French moralist named Francois Rochefoucauld in that book. And his quote was this, I'd like to share it with you. We're so accustomed to disguising ourselves to others that in the end, we become disguised to ourselves. We think the challenges that we face today are new and unique. He wrote that in the mid-1600s. So again, the first charge is take care of yourself. Do small things that bring you joy. One I've done, and this is a moment of kind of confession for me in front of an audience. I will occasionally wrap a small gift to myself and hide it to be discovered in the future. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Wrap a small gift to yourself, hide it somewhere, and then you've got something to open in the future. Love yourself, take care of yourself, charge number 1. The second charge I offer to you today is to take risks. And this one is kind of personal for me too. When I was your age, I was not a risk taker. I ran from risk. If I had a do-over, I'd take more risks. Now, as I've aged and gotten older, I've learned to take some risk and I've learned to live with some failures. Our inherent fear of failure causes us to hold back. It's a natural instinct to hold back. Don't do that. Step out, be bold, take risks. Take risks that matter. Take risks that make a difference. Take risks that provide purpose and meaning for your life and for the lives of those around you. Take risks that put you in a place to be part of something bigger than yourselves. A quote from the Kentucky author Wendell Berry states the following: "It may be that when we no longer know which way to go, that we've come to our real journey. The mind that is not baffled is not engaged. The impeded stream is the one that sings." So if you haven't failed, then you haven't risked enough. Thus, my second charge to you: take risks. My third charge: marvel at life. Marvel at life. Today of all days in the arc of your existence, it's a day to celebrate and to marvel. Friends and family are gathered here to share in heralding this big accomplishment. Marvel at this day. Now, for those of us that are parents, I call them mile markers of life. You know they're coming. You know this moment's coming, but it's amazing how fast it flies by. The joy is in the journey, not the destination. So marvel at life. Now, I mentioned a moment ago that I had 5 children between 20 and 26, and this is the result of a beautiful blended family. I've been blessed to have been married twice to 2 beautiful women, 2 beautiful life partners. My first wife, Lynn, passed away in 2017 after prolonged illness. And in those first few years of her sickness, she was often bitter, understandably angry about her pain, and understandably suffering from the limitations and the unfairness of all of it. In the latter stages of her life, she was full of marvel. Sunsets, sunrises, pictures like crazy, stories with the kids, journaling. She chose to live her last few days out loud, marveling at life. So my family and I, we still celebrate her life regularly. And there's one particular quote from one of my most favorite books that speaks to this charge that I'm offering to you, this charge number 3, to marvel at life. Anthony Dewar, in the book, All the Light You Cannot See, repeatedly uses the phrase, open your eyes and see what you can with them before they close forever. The beautiful irony of that phrase is that the main character of this book is blind. So again, that third charge, marvel at life. Now, I shared with you in the title that I had 3 charges and 1 plea. I'm going to conclude with that plea. Amid the chaos, the anxiety, the stress, the challenge, and the noise of our world today, we need you to share with the world what it means to care for yourself, to take life-giving risks, to marvel at the beauty all around us. And notice I repeated the 3 charges, but there was a plea at the start. That plea is for you to take those things and share it with the world. A world that is so hungry for authenticity, sincerity, and genuine empathy. One last quote. The author Paulo Coelho, in the book The Alchemist, in the preface, has a beautiful opening phrase. He writes, when I read about clashes around the world, political clashes, economic clashes, cultural clashes, I'm reminded that it is within our power to build a bridge to be crossed. Even if my neighbor doesn't understand my religion or understand my politics, he can understand my story. If he can understand my story, then he's never too far from me. So again, my closing plea, share your story with the world. Go from this place and share your story with the world and listen, truly listen to your neighbor's story. I hope our 66 hours together have been well spent. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senator Givens. Take time for yourself, take risks, marvel at life, and share how you do that authentically with the world. That's a great way to send our graduates off into their next stages. Well, now it is time to recognize our graduates. I invite Carrie Lynn Summers to the podium, and she will give instructions about the individual recognition of the graduates.
Marshals, please bring the graduates forward. This is a special time of the ceremony in which we recognize each student individually for their accomplishments. We are thankful to have professional photographers with us today who will be taking photos of each graduate as they receive their diploma. Please refrain from coming to the stage to take pictures or blocking the view of others by standing. These pictures are going to be really good.
We didn't want to block your view.
Excuse me. Nischel Yogesh Anakare, Boone County. Anantha Krishna Emily Aditya Engel, Oldham County. Othman Bavaraju, Franklin County. Chesney Suzanne Booth, Perry County. Ivy Jane Bowers, Lawrence County. Thorin Cliff Walker Bowman, Nelson County. Madison Brooke Braden, Graves County. Drake Aniston Calhoun, Callaway County. Amir Note Mustafa Campbell, Scott County. Scarlett Gianger Marie Compton, Pike County. Justin Brooks Constant Jr., Greene County. Elijah David Kossel, Franklin County. Anna Beatrice Crimmins, Kenton County. Elliot Parker Crouch, Boone County. Emily Grace Davis, Harrison County. Rashish Mahir Desai, Jefferson County. Dimple Pregna Dapalapudi, Franklin County. Katie Lynn Dudgeon, Grayson County. Sierra Irene Durkee, Warren County. Gabriel Edward Fortier, LaRue County. Pranav Gangamolu, Jefferson County. Oliver Coralina Greist, Oldham County. Jaylee Denise Leong Graham, Clark County. Hayden, Oldham County. Desmond Keith Harris, Jefferson County. Henry Joseph Helmers, Boyle County. Matthew Phelps Hendricks, Davis County. Erica Nicole Hoppus, Marion County. Addison Hayes Hoskins, Harrison County. Shion M., Warren County. Brody Landrum Johnson, Edmondson County. Abby Grace Jones, Warren County. Hadley Hagan Jones, Hardin County. Lila Carey Jones, Davis County. Hakeem Khalik, Davis County. Dunil Dinusara Kasturiratna, Campbell County. Chris Dongwook Kim, Warren County. Sean Stephen Corner, Jefferson County. Hannah Elizabeth Laney, Boyd County. Dana Wynn Lay, Warren County. Elena Siobhan Lay, Boone County. Laura Lynn, Barron County. Hayden James Lucas, Breckenridge County. Gavin Vincent Mattingly, Jefferson County. Holly Grace McClure, Russell County. Brennan Ada McElfresh, Jessamine County. Marietta Magdalena McGaha, Madison County. Isabella Jolie McIntosh, Campbell County. Jordan Maxwell Maynard, Fayette County. Quinn Wagner Miller, Christian County. Alex Minter, Warren County. Lee Monroe, Spencer County. Sabra Sheila Mallory Moore, Lawrence County. Diego Moreno, Hardin County. Lauren Michelle Morris, Fayette County. Aubrey May Morse, Graves County. Divya Sai Naidugari, Boone County. Brian Tang-An Nguyen, Warren County. Gabe Nowaski, Hardin County. Olufemi Omohoje Obeladan, Franklin County. Natasha Otieno, Shelby County. Jarrett James Packwood, Jefferson County. Karina Ashesh Pansuria, Warren County. Neil Patel, LaRue County. Helen Maxwell Patterson, Warren County. John Carter Patton, Scott County. Joaquin Santiago Cabral Powig, Laurel County. Shelby Ann Peak, Union County. Maria Catherine Pfeiffer, Davis County. Reagan Joe Phelps, Nelson County. Blair Noel Vern Pickle, Rockcastle County. Abigail Rayanne Nicole Portman, Warren County. Naman Rao, Laurel County. Trinity Grace Ray, Livingston County. Jonathan Patrick Thomas Aquinas Riley, Hardin County. Zach Benedict Romero, Fayette County. Ellen Patricia Seago, Hardin County. Samuel Calvin Sherrod, Carter County. Xavier Kenneth Simpson, Hancock County. Albert Dale Terry, Carlisle County. Nihar Turlapati, Franklin County. Mia Grace Maley West, Lawrence County. Carolina Grace Wheeler, Allen County. Sophia Vielovsky, Allen County. Kenyon Maurice Wood, Hart County. Mason Tyler Wildridge, Franklin County. Marissa Shia, Warren County. Eric Shing, Warren County. Hayden Matthew Yance, Logan County. Dr. Breedlove, these candidates have completed the requirements for a high school diploma prescribed by the Gatton Academy in conformity to the standards of the Kentucky Department of Education and the WKU Board of Regents. On behalf of Western Kentucky University, the Gatton Academy, and each student sending institution, I extend these students congratulations and the earnest pride we feel towards each of them for having accomplished this milestone. At this time, friends and guests, it is my great pleasure to present to you the members of the Carroll Martin Gatton Academy of Mathematics and Science in Kentucky's class of 2023.
Will the platform party and the faculty please rise? It is with pleasure that I recommend to you that the appropriate status be conferred upon these candidates who, by the application of their abilities to their assigned studies, have completed the prescribed program of study and demonstrated their qualifications for this high recognition. Will the members of the class of 2023 please rise? As the 16th graduating class of the Carroll Martin Gatton Academy of Mathematics and Science in Kentucky, you are the true representatives of the Academy's spirit. As you have received from this institution, so it is your responsibility to give back to the generations of students yet to come. Your support will be invaluable to the success of this program and the Commonwealth of Kentucky. At this time, to signify your accomplishments and your change in status from student to graduate, please move your tassels from the right side of your mortarboard to the left, placing them over your heart. All right, this brings us to the conclusion of our ceremony. Please join me in congratulating the Gatton Academy class of 2023.